Well, there's so much excitement from your team. Everybody's bouncing off the walls and just so excited to play. You got to realize in college baseball, you go a full year without playing college baseball. You know, that's the longest gap, you know, and our guys are just excited for the opportunity to be at home. The first weekend, too, means a lot to us because we're comfortable at home, sleeping in our own beds and being on our facility and our grass and dirt, which is different than a lot of guys' turf. For Kansas, I know they've been on turf probably the whole offseason. But no, we're just excited, man. We're excited.
I know that the alumni game was this past weekend, so now you can shift your focus to, like you said, Kansas for this 3-game series to start the season. I guess what's been the mindset this past week after, you know, having so many alum come in, you know, give their tips of advice to these guys as they get set for a season, you know, with high expectations, as you've said already?
Well, alumni who built this program. The alumni, you can go clear back to the 70s, the Bronx. What they did here, it hasn't been done again. You know, all the way to 86 with the Bronx. And then the Vaqueros in 19. Look what the Vaqueros have done, and the alumni that were here 8, 7, 6, 5 years ago. So our alumni are the backbone of what we do, and what they've done here at this university have given us a chance to do something. So we really appreciate those guys and them coming back in, 90 of them, and getting to see guys from 1950 or 1960. It was pretty cool with those old jerseys a guy had on, and we just appreciate them, and it was a great moment for our guys to get to compete against them, and it was fun.
I know, you know, turning your attention to Kansas, you already mentioned before just the power arms they got in their bullpen, their rotation as well. What do you want to take away from this weekend, especially with the high expectations of, you know, hopefully making it to a regional this year?
Shoot, you got to get after it because this is going to be one of the best teams in the country before the day's over. And you got to be ready to play because they're very well coached. Well, they got a big front nine Friday night arm. And they're going to have a lot of arms, but the Friday night guys got everybody's attention because of what he's projected in the draft. But they're going to be really good on offense. They're going to be really good on defense. What we have to do now is find out who our ball club is. And the way you do that is playing great teams. You can have a really misconception of your ball club when you win and you're not playing the best teams. So we're going to find out how good we are, and we're going to be able to go back in and coach what we think we got to get better at. From a hitting standpoint, from a pitching standpoint, I think the defense really doesn't matter. Defense is defense, but the pitching and the hitting is definitely a way to find, hey, man, you can't throw that pitch to those kind of hitters. It's going to get hit. And the same thing, hey, man, you got to be able to hit that ball that he throws back underneath you or whatever. So we're excited for the challenge. We know it's going to be a big challenge, but I would rather do it this way than any other way, and I'm excited for the challenge. We've worked really hard, man. We got a lot of guys that have been there in the moment, some older guys. And we worked really, really hard for this moment. You know, we're prepared for it. Now we got to go out there and perform better than they do. It's not really who you play. It's how you play. If we go in there and pitch like we're capable of pitching and play defense like we played all last year, and our at-bats are great at 1 through 9, we're going to be in a dogfight with them. And that's what makes it fun. It's nice to have a feeling of your team and having that much confidence in your team that you know no matter who you play, if you play to their ability, they're going to win. And that's what I really feel about this team. If we can play up to our ability, we're going to have a great series in here.
This week we've been going over their our run game for their pitchers, just the looks they have and picks and all that stuff. And then just regular game day BP, just getting ready for the week. And from the alumni game, that was really fun. That's the first one I've ever been a part of. I heard we used to have one, I don't know how long ago, but it was really fun to see the guys from UTPA and UTRGV as well.
For sure. Now, talking about Kansas, obviously Coach mentioned just power arms they have, you know, in their bullpen and just their rotation as well. Just kind of how are you guys offensively just getting ready for a Power 4 team like that?
Yeah, I mean, I trust in Robinstein, and I know the scouting report they'll give us will definitely be good for us. We just got to go execute.
I know it's going to be a tough stretch of like series this year to start the season too, with some big names coming down in the valley. Just what do you guys want to, you know, take away from just this tough stretch of schedule early in the season too? Yeah,
I mean, we definitely don't look at bunches of games at a time. We just take it one game at a time and go from there.
And then in terms of just what you want to see, especially this weekend, like your biggest takeaways against Kansas, what do you think with obviously the goals of getting to a regional this year, just kind of what do you want your takeaways to be after this 3-game series too?
Yeah, offensively, just swing at good pitches, your pitch, obviously not pitchers' pitches, stay within the strike zone, defensively minimize errors, and on the mound just throw strikes on the zone.
You're one of the guys that are coming back. Last year, you were almost like kind of a surprise to other teams, right? But now everybody knows that you're one of the best first basemen in the country. How are you taking that leadership role in the team?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely try and lead by example. I'm not the type of guy goes and looks at the stats or any preseason stuff because, I mean, you got to go prove it. That's just a coach's poll, or I don't know who the voters are for that, but just try and lead by example and just help the new guys show our culture and the type of team we are.
You may not look at the stats, but other schools are looking at the stats, right? They know what you could do. Tell me about your decision coming back here to UTRGV instead of transferring or something.
Yeah, a lot of people may think like it should have been a no-brainer for me to leave, but one of the main guys the reason why I stayed was Rob. He's the only one who took a chance on me out of high school, and there's no reason for me to leave. I love the fans here. Everybody treats me like family, all the coaches. Yeah, it's family here.
The Valley was a big part of the reason that this team had a lot of success, right, Tommy? I mean, just a message to them to come out here and root for y'all this season.
Yeah, I mean, hope to see you guys out here just like last year. I know we had a few attendance records and hope to break them again this year.